What's up guys, Lazy Money UK here, just withdrawing another £100 from Swagbucks. Paid surveys are, in my opinion, one of the best side hustles ever, and this comes down to how accessible they are. You don't need any particular skills, you don't need to come up with a business idea, you don't even need to go outside. All you need to get started is an internet-enabled device. It's best to have both a PC and smartphone to access the most opportunities. So how much can you earn by taking paid surveys? You can realistically make around £700 a month just from surveys, done outside of normal business hours. This figure is based on real results from Side Hustle Reliance, who tracks his earnings meticulously. People sometimes complain that they can do surveys for an hour and make less than minimum wage. This comes across as disingenuous to me. I don't think we can hold surveys to the same standards as paid employment because they don't have contractual obligations. You retain complete autonomy over when, where, and even if you do surveys. There's so much flexibility in fact, that you might be able to fit in a few surveys at work. While it might pay more to get a second part-time job, it's unlikely that someone would have the bandwidth to do so, especially if they have other responsibilities. Also, surveys are done sporadically rather than in shifts. If you do a 30-second user Zoom survey on Swagbucks for £1, well that's £120 an hour. It's meaningless to calculate that though, because you're not going to be doing user Zoom surveys for an hour. I would if I could though. I think people who make the minimum wage excuse are trying to talk themselves out of doing anything to better their situation. What we really should be focusing on is how much our monthly income increases from doing surveys and how this benefits our lives. Still, if you want a better earning rate, it's your responsibility to seek out high-paying opportunities and prioritize platforms that award bonuses. Don't be one of those NPCs who does any survey they see. I'll leave links to the most effective survey sites in the description. There are some legitimate downsides to surveys as a side hustle though. Survey companies typically take the weekend off. Most of the listings will be leftovers from earlier in the week that are either broken or have oddly specific requirements to qualify. That's not to say you can't get lucky on weekends, as I certainly have before, but your results are likely to be less. You might want to explore additional side hustles at the weekend that have more of a demand. Another criticism of surveys as a side hustle is that the results aren't scalable. Since you're trading time for money, you can't realistically take more than 2 surveys at once, so your rate of earning is limited. Technically, you can scale up commission by gaining referrals, but the dropout rate is extremely high. You can also invest your survey income, so it will at least grow passively over time. If you want a side hustle that has inherently scalable results without increasing effort, then content creation is a good choice. Do you have a side hustle that beats doing paid surveys? Let us know in the comments.